Hello and welcome to the President's Corner. I'm Paul Hutchins, President of Sampson Community College, and I'm fortunate to have with me today the Division Chair of the Business and Technologies programs here at the college, Mr. Darell Matthews. Darell, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Looking forward to visiting with you today. And I thought we would start by just asking you to explain a little bit about your academic background and work history that brings you to the point now where you're a division chair here at Sampson Community College.
Yes, sir. I grew up in Sampson County, so I'm a local boy. Went to Midway High School, graduated from there, and was fortunate enough to receive the North Carolina Teaching Fellow Scholarship to UNCW, where I went and worked on my undergraduate degree in mathematics with a minor in secondary education. So shortly after completing that degree, I came back to Sampson County and began teaching as a math teacher over at Clinton High School. And that taught me a lot about how to deal with people and teaching, and that teaching was my passion. Shortly after, I decided computers were also something that I enjoyed, so I started getting into that and doing certifications and such, and was lucky enough to have a position open out here as an instructor, as an adjunct instructor. So I came out and under Mr. Randy Wiggins, worked as an adjunct instructor for a little while. Eventually moved full-time, and one thing led to another, and I was the department chair, and a couple years later, the division chair.
Excellent.
So it's, but between doing the local work with teaching at the high school and working on my bachelor's degree, and then going to East Carolina and getting my master's degree, I've been very fortunate.
Well, now let's transition to the responsibilities as a division chair. What are the scope of your responsibilities serving as division chair here at the college?
The division that I'm over is the Business and Occupational Technologies division, and it encompasses probably one of the largest, if not the largest division on campus. It encompasses 16 academic programs, everything from business and accounting, community Spanish, office administration, IT, all the way through to animal science, welding, industrial systems, cosmetology, and some of the other ones like that. So as division chair, there are no 2 days that are the same, definitely. The 16 programs that I'm over have been really diverse in the way that, as far as the faculty members and the staff members that are in those programs, it's a diverse group of people that I enjoy, working with. I have a chance to, as I said, work with cosmetology and criminal justice, basic law enforcement training, all those typical business, public service, occupational style programs.
Now talk a little bit, Darell, if you would, about how as division chair you work closely with the department chairs to try and make sure things like the schedule, students graduating on time, any kind of exams that are necessary, those kind of things. Explain how that works with the division chair working with department chairs underneath you.
With the 16 programs, we have, I think, 12 department chairs that are over those different programs. Most of our programs in the Business and Occupational Technology division are single-person programs. So the division chair is generally the only faculty member. In some instances, we have multiple faculty, but in most, it's the division chair is the only faculty member. So I get to work with them to help create a schedule, because all of our programs are so closely knit. For example, a student who enrolls in the welding program could take courses in industrial systems, building construction, courses like that. I try to work with all the department chairs to ensure that the courses that they're scheduling do not interfere with courses from another department or another program, and the students can get what they need at times that are convenient so that they can complete their degree in 2 years.
Okay. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot, what I'd like for you to do, and you work with a lot of different programs, but let's take a couple of programs and talk about first who the department chair is, and talk a little bit about those programs. Let's maybe do a couple.
Okay. We'll start with welding. Welding is one of our fastest growing programs. Rex Mathis is our department chair for the welding program, and he has Mark Brown as a faculty member to help him in that program. They, not only do you have a lot of folks that are coming out from local industry to be trained as welders, but you also have a lot of high school students using the Career and College Promise program. A lot of high school students that are coming out to take welding courses. We have courses that are running beginning at 7:45 a.m. and some that don't finish until around 10 p.m. And we're actually looking at, Rex and I are looking at possibly offering Saturday classes for the folks who are second shift, third shift employees. They can come out on Saturday and take their classes in a typical semester, a 15 or 16 week semester, and be able to complete the class, all the hours that are required, so they can further their degree, get training, get certificates. Welding, like I said, welding is one of the faster growing programs that we have. Industrial systems is also another one of those. Mr. Dana Meredith is our department chair for industrial systems, and he has a couple of wonderful faculty members working with him. Durwood King, Reuben Cashwell, just to name a few of our full-time faculty members. Dana's area has a lot of ties with local industry, especially Clinton-based industries, where you're dealing with, for example, tool and die, hydraulics, electrics, pneumatics. It's basically any industrial setting. So Dana's area are training folks from Butterball. He's also training folks from all around, and he has a pretty good CCP high school base of students as well.
Excellent. Well, now we're going to pause for just a moment, and we'll be back with more of the President's Corner in just a few minutes.
The life lessons taught in a barbershop have always stuck with me. But owning a barber school has been a lesson all its own. I didn't know how time-consuming starting my own business would be. Thankfully, my small business center was there for me. They've helped thousands get started by offering one-on-one counseling and much more. And as a North Carolina taxpayer, there's no additional cost. So take a lesson from me and start your business with the North Carolina Small Business Center.
Your local small business center, helping people start businesses for 30 years. Find us at ncsbc.net.
Welcome back to the President's Corner. I'm Paul Hutchins, president of Sampson Community College, and today I'm visiting with Darell Matthews, the division chair of our Business and Occupational Technologies programs. Darell, now I'd like to switch and perhaps have you talk a little bit about some of the new programs that we are studying to perhaps bring to the college to provide some great learning and training opportunities for people here in Sampson County.
Yes, sir. With local business and local industry, especially with our division being basically what drives the majority of business and industry in Clinton, with those local businesses constantly evolving and constantly changing, needing new training, needing new employees and such, we try to keep our programs as current as possible. And one of those ways is we're currently looking to begin in fall 2016, if it's approved by our system office, an emergency management degree program. And inside of that program, we'll have two tracks. There's a fire training track for the folks who want to go into maybe be full-time firefighters. There's an EMS EMT track for the folks who want to go into that area of medical. And there'll also be a general track for the ones who want to do more of the criminal justice side. The emergency management program is pretty heavily tied into the criminal justice program, so those two would work well together. We are also looking, based on requests from local industry, to include some robotic welding courses in our welding program.
Excellent.
Yes, sir. Rex Mathis and I have looked and have talked to some local industry, and they have a need, and we feel like we can provide that training. We have some of the equipment, and we're looking to include some of the other equipment, some of the courses that will be offered, and hopefully we can get those up and going for spring of 2016, but if not, definitely by fall.
Excellent. Now, I know one of the program areas that you have supervisory responsibility for as a division chair is our basic law enforcement training program.
Yes, sir.
And it looks like we're going to, in addition to the year-long class that just started back in August, we're looking at starting a short-term class in January.
Yes, sir. We began back in August with what was going to be our only BLET Academy for the year. It was going to be 9 months, Monday through Thursday, no Saturdays, no Fridays. But we decided, once we heard the word from the community, we decided that we would begin an academy in January. It's actually going to begin January 19th, and we'll run through about the middle of June. That way, the year-long academy and the shortened academy can take their state exam on the same day, hopefully. That academy, as I said, begins January 19th, and it's going to be a daytime academy, which is something we haven't done in 3 or 4 years. The daytime academy will run from 7:30 a.m. till around 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, with an occasional Saturday.
Okay, excellent. Well, we'll look for that, and if,
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we'll get a good response and be able to start that course in January.
I'm
Now,
looking forward to it.
I want to put you on the spot now. I want to ask you to share with the viewers if you would think of one thing that you like most about your job as being a division chair at the college, how would you respond to that, Darell?
That's a tough one. I love the fact that my job is diverse. No 2 days are the same. Being an IT trained instructor, I like change. I like things that, every day is a little bit different. So, one day I may be working with cosmetology, then community Spanish interpreting and welding and animal science the next day. So I do like the diversity of my job, but I'd say the number one thing that I have found most appealing is the ability to directly impact students' lives and students' futures. As a division chair, I have more authority than I did as an instructor. I'm generally the one that folks come to when they have a problem. They'll come to me and they'll talk about their problem, which is, sometimes it's easily solvable and sometimes not. But I have the chance to listen to the students and hear when they tell me they need, for example, local industry. We need a robotic welding course, or folks saying we would like a daytime law enforcement training academy. I feel like I have more of a chance to hear their calls and a better opportunity to help meet their needs.
Excellent. Now, for the viewers that are watching, if they would like more information about the Business and Occupational Technologies Division, what are some ways that they can find out more about the programs that you work with, Darell?
They could always call the school. They could call out here and speak to myself if they'd like. They could always check out our website. Our website has a lot of great information on it. They could, if they needed to, probably the best way is to come out and see what we're doing. That is hands down the best way. For the person who's sitting at home and thinking, I'd like to go into cosmetology, but I'm just not sure what they do. Come out, schedule a visit, come out with me. I'll be glad to walk them around and show them the cosmetology department, introduce them to our faculty members, let them speak with some of the students, because that's going to be their best gauge of how things are, is to actually speak with the current students. So website, telephone, but it's always good to see people face to face.
Excellent. Well, Darell, thank you again for joining me today.
Thank you.
I appreciate the
I appreciate
opportunity to visit with you. And I think today's President's Corner kind of underscores the great diversity that we have here at Sampson Community College, and the Business and Occupational Technologies program provides a wide array of opportunities for individuals to get training and education here that sets them up for great occupations and great earning potential in the future. And I hope for those of you that are interested in those programs, you'll take advantage of the opportunity to call or look online to find out more about those programs, or perhaps come out and schedule an opportunity to tour the campus. We look forward to seeing you again next month when we'll have a different guest here on the President's Corner.